Floyd Mayweather Jr. started his jail sentence on June 1st. Life behind bars is a far cry from the glamorous one he is used to.
I'm not trying to boast what I have accomplished in life, but I'm just saying this to repeat. They might forget that the best fighter in the world.
Following Floyd Mayweather's possible arrest in a fraud case, Manny Pacquiao made fun of him. Mayweather has recently been under fire for frauds, including fictitious real estate transactions and unpaid bills. Pacquiao used the occasion to criticize, claiming that the so-called money guy has been dealt a severe blow by karma.
The fighter is, I believe his name's Conor McGregor, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen him? And if you have, what do you think of that? Just him as a fighter and then that whole Mayweather wanting to fight him.
I don't want to make that story.
You can be modest.
I don't want to make the story big and the issue is big. So I just want to. I want to keep my mouth shut.
When word surfaced that Floyd Mayweather had been arrested in connection with a fraud probe, Manny Pacquiao could not pass up the chance to make fun of Floyd in public. Pacquiao implied that Floyd's conceit had now caught up with him by pointing out that he has been pursuing exhibition money rather than actual boxing glory. True champions are humble and don't drown in self-praise, Pacquiao said. He gently reminded supporters that, in his opinion, boxing is about legacy rather than ostentatious money and self-promotion. Greatness is demonstrated by deeds, not by flashy displays of jewels and airplanes.
Manny Pacquiao spoke about that he shouldn't have.
Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather, yeah.
Because it's a time and a place for everything. I'm not going to say he's right and I'm not going to say he's wrong. You know, but it's so crazy. When he spoke about it, I could have easily came out and said, yeah, you spoke about it. I ain't have to say nothing. Just by you saying my name, they gave me a check for $4 million. He said my name when he didn't supposed to. Remember I said it's a time and a place for any and everything. Manny Pacquiao he's not a better fighter than me.
Floyd, what is your assessment of Manny Pacquiao and his shoulder injury?
Come on. I mean, this is ridiculous. Excuses, excuses, excuses. He was throwing combinations. Everything seemed just fine. He lost. He know he lost. I lost a lot of respect for him. You know, you fight. If you lose, it's okay. Mayweather was the better man. We fight 10 times, I'm gonna win 10 times. We fight 20 times, I'm gonna win 20 times. We fight 100 times, I'm gonna win 100 times. Manny Pacquiao, you're not on my level. Manny Pacquiao, you will never be on my level. Period. Simple and plain. It's okay to be number 2. It's okay to be right behind me. It's okay. I won. I know I won. I know I'm the better fighter.
Although Pacquiao and Mayweather's in-ring fight took place years ago, their rivalry is still very much alive and well. In interviews and as a fighter, Floyd has consistently asserted his dominance and stated that Pacquiao could never match him. Floyd consistently rejects any comparison between Pacquiao and himself, lowering Pacquiao's legacy while elevating his own, claiming to be the best boxer in history and discounting Manny's accomplishments.
Peace. Romello Scuds from Undisputed Spit. I got a question for y'all. What's more impressive? Floyd Mayweather's 50-0 or Manny Pacquiao's world titles in 8 different weight classes? Comment down below.
I won. I know I won. I know I'm the better fighter. We fight 10 times, I'm gonna win 10 times. We fight 20 times, I'm gonna win 20 times. We fight 100 times, I'm gonna win 100 times. Manny Pacquiao he's not a better fighter than me. Nowhere around the
fans and the boxing community have made incessant comparisons between Pacquiao and Mayweather. Their disparate accomplishments, personalities and styles have generated discussions that continue to split audiences, keeping their identities linked long after their active careers ended. While Floyd displayed his money and insults, many boxing celebrities and fans support Pacquiao in terms of decency and public conduct. Manny maintained his consistency and humility, earning respect outside of the ring.
Dan Rayfield. And Dan, what is Pacquiao hoping to accomplish with this lawsuit?
Well, I know that the negotiations for this fight have been ongoing, but I just got off the telephone with Daniel Petrocelli, who was the attorney for Manny Pacquiao, literally moments before coming on the air, and I asked him that exact question, and his point was, regardless of whether or not they're negotiating this fight, that that the comments that they alleged that the Mayweather people had made were irresponsible and reckless and malicious, and they had to answer it no matter what. And so they felt like they had no choice but to file the lawsuit regardless of whether or not the fight takes place.
In the past, their tension even extended to courtrooms. After being suspected of utilizing performance-enhancing drugs, Pacquiao sued Mayweather for defamation in 2009. Although the case was settled without monetary damages, it heightened the already intense animosity.
2015, remember that one. Pacquiao is now planning to run for president in his native Philippines this upcoming May. But Shannon, how will you remember Manny as a boxer?
Historically great fighter.
Good for you.
The only fighter to win 8 world titles. I mean, Skip, he started out boxing, he was 106 pounds, won a title at, I think, 112, and went all the way up to
108 first.
Went all the way up to 154.
It's impossible. It's just...
I don't believe, I feel very comfortable and said I don't believe we'll ever see that again, Skip.
We'll never see it again.
And it wasn't like he was fighting bums. When you go back and look at Marco Antonio Barrera and Eric Morales and Oscar Larios and De La Hoya and Hatton and Cotto, Margarita, Mosley, Timothy Bradley, Mayweather, Skip. I mean, what do you got to say? He was a champion in 4 different decades.
Yep.
Fighter of the year. First ballot Hall of Fame. He's great. He fought everybody.
After retiring in 2021, Pacquiao entered politics with full force. Though his bid for the presidency in the Philippines fell short, he continues to serve the public and contribute to charitable causes, further strengthening his image as a man of the people.
I would not be able to take credit for beating Pacquiao after he got knocked out by Marquez, because that's not the same Pacquiao.
Of course.
That's not the Pacquiao at the top of his game.
Yeah, of course.
But in society today, we'll call that person the best fighter ever.
Of course.
When that's not how that goes. That's not reality. But in the business world, it is, because look how much money.
Legendary boxer Roy Jones Jr. stated that Floyd's victory over Pacquiao shouldn't be widely praised since, in his opinion, Floyd simply took advantage of an elderly opponent rather than facing Manny at his best.
Does Floyd Mayweather, is he as rich as we think he is?
No.
So when we see the $1 million in the bag,
that money, light money, like he can get his hands on that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't,
I need some of that light money then. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Anytime like that, look, he is who he is. You can't discredit who he is. Like, and again, I'll tell you, like, I don't mind, telling the truth in situations like that.
50 Cent, a rapper, he once said, "Floyd is not as wealthy as he presents. His lifestyle is a show built on exaggerated deals and fake flexing rather than actual financial strength," in reference to his time spent close to Mayweather.
My eyes keep telling me, wait, does Manny look like a steroid creation? Does he look like some mini Schwarzenegger? Well, I can give you any other thing that steroid can do, but not natural hand quickness. So if you're right about how Floyd Mayweather is the greatest defensive tactician in the history of boxing, what should he care about how ripped or big the head is of Manny Pacquiao? Pretty boy Floyd is worried that for the first time in his career, he is going to get hit and hit and hit. He's going to get cut. He's going to get hurt. He is scared to
There has long been conjecture that Floyd purposefully postponed the Pacquiao bout. Many people think he stayed away from Manny during his most perilous years and only agreed to the bout when he thought the Filipino champion had slowed down.
I want that fight happen because that's the fans want.
Yeah.
But the problem is, it's up to him.
Yeah.
Now, all I can say is,
Come on, man. What do you got?
Hold on. My line is open 24 hours and 7 days a week. Anytime he can call me and say yes.
Not on that
I will
phone.
fight, and then the fight will be on.
Why hasn't he called you yet? Do you think he doesn't want to fight you? Why hasn't he called you yet?
I don't know.
I know you just put the phone there, but
Is it a collect call?
It's colleague call. He don't need to pay something or anything. It's a colleague call, and he can call me anytime. If he say yes, and then the fight will be.
Videos from previous years have Pacquiao publicly criticizing Mayweather and pleading with him to agree to the fight sooner. Appeared sincere in his desire to establish himself, but Floyd continued to put things off with evasive justifications or shifting demands.
Floyd Mayweather just signed a deal to lease an apartment in Midtown Manhattan. He's going to be paying $100,000 per month for this place. Here's the apartment, you guys. It's got 5 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, 4,000 square feet, and the place is pretty epic, I'm not gonna lie. The description says that this is a double unit and it is a corner unit, so you got a ton of natural light in here. Do you think this place is worth $100,000 per month? Why would Floyd spend $100,000 a month on this apartment? If I had to guess, it would be a combination of owning something is just kind of a liability. Plus, I'm pretty sure whenever you rent a place versus buy a place for business purposes, you're able to write off more of that lease payment, so if I had to guess, that $100,000 per month is going to be a pretty big write-off for him based on how he plans to use it.
Floyd is one of the highest paid athletes in history, but his financial status has suffered a number of public blows, including IRS tax liens and odd acquisitions. His reputation as a steady businessman has gradually deteriorated.
News. The beef between 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather is heating up again. 50 Cent posted a video calling out Floyd's claim of spending $400 million on NYC apartments, saying there's no proof of the purchase. The long-running feud continues, with 50 Cent suggesting Floyd's real estate empire may be a fancy fantasy. Floyd has remained silent, but the drama shows no signs of ending.
Floyd Mayweather is trying to buy a piece of the New York Giant. Floyd, I know you're the GOAT in boxing. I don't need you to come to the NFL, especially to the NFC East, and mess with the Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys got going on. We got 2 easy wins against the Giants every year. I don't need you messing that up like Magic Johnson did when he went to the Washington Commanders and took them to the NFC Championship.